BullRing USA's truck bed anchors are essential for anyone who uses their truck for work or play. They add more tie-down points to your bed in a convenient spot where you don't have to constantly reach down and over the rail. With a 1,000-pound capacity rating to handle almost any load. The retractable ring allows you to snap up when in use and snap down flush when not in use. We designed these anchor models to fit right into the stake pockets and match the exact grain and color of the rail caps. For the Tundras, we have a few different anchor models to choose from, depending on your truck's model and year. For 2000 to 2013 Tundras, we have our classic anchor model, number 9001. This anchor fits all the access, double, and extended cab models. The anchor is a raised fit, so it sits just slightly above the rail cap. Installation is quick and easy, and typically takes less than 30 seconds. For 2014 to 2019 Tundras, we have a few different options. For regular access and double or extended cabs, you will use our flush fit anchor model, number 9014. This will not work for any CrewMax models, and you'll know this difference because the access and double cabs have a simple cover over the stake pocket that you can easily pop off. While the CrewMax models don't, they have a solid rail cap that only has these scribe lines that show where the stake pocket is. The 9014 anchor for the access and double cabs is designed to perfectly fit into that cutout for the stake pocket. It sits flat and flush with the rail cap, so it can be used with any roll-up or tonneau covers. Installation is quick, easy, and usually takes no more than 30 seconds. First step is just to use a screwdriver and pop off that cover. Then take a Phillips head screwdriver and loosen both of these screws in the anchor. Let the metal bracket drop down, and then you're just gonna slide and kind of finagle it into the stake pocket, and then pull it up so all three sides of that metal bracket are making good contact with the metal on the truck bed. Hold on to the anchor ring and let that plate drop down. You may need to kind of just move it around and finagle it to get it into position. Then take your Phillips head screwdriver, tighten down both screws on either side. You only need to get these hand tight or about a quarter turn past snug. If you go too tight, as you can see, you're gonna start to bow down and bend that rail cap, so just don't overdo it. For Tundra CrewMax, we have 3 different anchor models available. The 5070 anchor is a classic looking raised fit model. It sits just above the rail cap and has a black nylon cover to match the color and grain of the Toyota rail caps. The 4068 anchor is a stainless steel flush fit. It sits flat and flush with the rail cap, so it can still be used with most roll-up and tonneau covers. The 5068 anchor is a black gunmetal flush fit. Just like the previous one, it also sits flat and flush with the rail cap. Installation on the 14 to 19 CrewMax models is a little bit different. As you can see, these trucks don't have an open stake pocket, but just this scribe line on top of the rail cap. So for us to install an anchor into the stake pocket, we have to cut or trim out this stake pocket and all the plastic to be able to get the anchor in there. You can try to use a box cutter and cut out around this scribe line, but as you'll see in a minute, the stake pocket doesn't actually perfectly go over the scribe line. It's actually offset a little bit. So if you cut out around all the edges, you're gonna have some excess left over and open once you put the anchor on top. So to make installation easy, we've developed this router bit, which makes a perfect cut every single time. What you're gonna do is use a 1/2-inch drill bit and create a pilot hole right through the center of that stake pocket. Then you're gonna insert this bit into your router and set it so it's 13/16 of an inch from the tip of this router to the base. If you're eyeballing it, you're gonna see just enough of that router edge right there for it to be able to cut out the plastic. And then these bearings on the bottom are gonna roll against the metal of the bed, so it cuts out all the plastic without harming the metal. Then put the router into the pilot hole Turn it on, and you're gonna go to one side and work your way around all four corners until you eat out all that plastic. Once you've gone all the way around, do another swipe just to get any excess or any little slag that's hanging off the edge so you have a nice clean cut. As you can see, this stake pocket is actually a lot smaller than the scribe line. You're going to take a Phillips screwdriver and completely loosen both screws in the anchor. After that, you can see the base will drop completely down, and you're basically just going to slide it into the side and underneath. As you can see, our anchors have three sides, or three little legs that pop up. The inside of the bed right here, there's no real space for that bracket to go against, so you're always going to want to have this bracket on the outside where it can make good contact. Once you have it in, move it around so all three legs are hooked against all three sides. Then you're going to pull up on the ring and let the base drop down. Take your Phillips screwdriver, and while you're holding the anchor ring up, you're going to tighten down both screws. You only need to get these hand tight, just probably about a quarter turn past snug. If you get it too tight, it's going to start to bow down on this plastic. So if you do that, you can just loosen it up just a little bit. How our anchors work is that we have this metal bracket and base on the bottom made of stainless steel. When you put those two screws in and tighten them down, all it does is suck up that metal bracket up against the metal of your truck bed. Then hook on your tie down, and it's going to make good contact, and that's how these have a 1,000-pound capacity rating. You can find these truck bed anchors at any of our authorized retailers or at BullRingUSA.com.